time there's a top 10 clash, the focus of the entire nation zooms in on a game like that. When it's a conference showdown, the stakes are even higher. Welcome to Vaught-Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Rebels will kick it away first. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Just tried to ease it out there, and it falls incomplete.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Dropping back, it's Mateer. Under fire. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And I'm really impressed with the start by this defense, like getting to the quarterback early and often. First drive, already have 2 sacks. That's a good sign for this defense.
Let's see what he can do with it. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Give on the inside. Did everything he could to discard the tacklers, but he was just able to get back to where he started.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it from the gun. There he goes. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. The Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
They'll give it to the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
Got it in the middle. It's Wallace. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. And the Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He is going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
Looking to throw, it's Mateer. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Leaves it with the back. Nice move to keep running. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. There's always been a lot of flash and sizzle to the Oklahoma offense, but it's built on being tough.
Yeah, and especially the great teams. The great teams that you think about in Oklahoma past, the ones that were in the national championship or in the playoff, those are teams that can run the football, be physical. It all started there.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
And the Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll leave it with him. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. Caught close to the marker. It's Burks. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
Back to pass, it's Mateer. Unleashes one deep. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Looking for more room. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Ole Miss. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. Just one moment and all of a sudden the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. They're working that left side. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. The Sooners in the hurry-up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
A strike downfield. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Scanning the field, it's Mateer. Makes the grab, it's Sategna. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Power football with the run. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Quarterback will keep it. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs. So it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the designed quarterback run game going. But moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
The Sooners will go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Wants to throw on first down. Here's a heat. Throws toward the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over.
Man, you've given up this drive and then come down the field. You had such an opportunity to get the pick and close the door and shut down the drive and not give up points. That's a big missed opportunity for this defense.
They're dealing with a second and long. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Pick up for 5. It'll be third down and 5.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
The give on the option. And they're able to get a third down stop here. See if they go for it on fourth. The Rebels will try to pick it up on 4th down. They'll run for it. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stands.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
The run to the left. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off. Really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
A big 3rd down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Got it, looking for the 1st down. Getting closer and closer to midfield, out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got some room to run. The 20. Pass the 10. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Rebels. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Sategna. Discards him with the stiff arm. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. And wings it incomplete.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. You've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's cut. And the Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Books it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off the play fake on 1st down. Finds a man on the left. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
And when you're running the ball well, QBs love going to play action. You get the linebackers starting to suck up closer to the line of scrimmage. They're keying on those running backs, and it just makes pitch and catch so much easier for these quarterbacks and receivers.
Check. Black 33, Mouse choice. 33, Mouse choice. With the catch, it's Wallace. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole, and you just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. Rides to back and leaves it. Shows him the stiff arm. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football.
Touchdown, Ole Miss! Fit it in the window for the score.
And you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
And he makes the extra point. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Back to pass, it's Mateer. That's caught, it's Burks. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Looking to fire. Being aware of the entire situation, maybe you just let that ball go out of bounds, but he makes the catch and he'll lose yardage.
That's one I think if the running back could have over, he would just let that ball sail out of bounds incomplete because he made the catch but lost yards because of it. It wasn't an accurate throw. He'll know next time to just let that ball go.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Burks. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Sooners want to pick up the tempo. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
The sweet feet buy a little time. He's in open space downfield. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away. The Sooners will kick it off to start the second half. Yes, that's one way to ensure there's